fire of fear.
Shamefully is a word that comes to mind, but that's not true in the case of their papers and the New York Times, Washington Post. But overall, the American journalism, I think, has been cowed and intimidated by the massive flag-sucking, this patriotic orgy that the White House keeps whipping up. You know, if you criticize the president, it's unpatriotic and there's something wrong with you, you may be a terrorist. Kingdom of Fear, which is really describes what's going on over here. The Kingdom of Fear. Well, there's plenty of room. There's just not enough people are willing to take the risk. It's just sort of a herd mentality, a lemming-like mentality. If you don't go with the flow, you're anti-American and therefore a suspect. And we've seen this before in these patriotic frenzies. And at wartime, they declare it's very convenient having an undeclared war that you can call a war and impose military tribunals and wartime security. And then we got these generals telling us that this war is going to go on for a long, long time.
Do you think that most of the American media, or say most of the influential American media, has bought that patriotism line and as a result are self-censoring themselves?
There we go, self-censorship, yeah. Well, it goes a little deeper than that because this administration is well on the road to seizing power, and I'm starting to sense that the tide may be turning against the president. We have to beat this bastard one way or another.
Fear is an unhealthy condition, yeah. Living in fear, and as we clearly have been for years now, it makes the population more obedient, particularly if they're willing to give up their freedom for security. More obedient, more easier to control, and it's very much like Nazi Germany. Mm-hmm. The old good German syndrome. Mm-hmm. We used to hate and talk about, and we used to, ridicule it. The good Germans who just went along with it because that's what the Fuhrer wanted. This country is a rogue nation in a way, but worse than a rogue nation. We're a war crazy, war dependent, really, nation. And that leads right to the oil industry. It's ridiculous, and particularly in the media. Notice to not discuss the connection between oil and bombs in Iraq is disgraceful. It's Winston Churchill said, in times of war, the first casualty is always the truth. Truth is the first casualty of any war.